So I disregard a vast load of information that I see both online and in person now, particularly coming from people that have not experienced the grind or that don't necessarily fit who I am as an individual. And I kind of want to explain what do I mean by that. It's the reason is that there is a tremendous amount um, there's a there's often a lot of individuals have things that are given to them, invisible resources that are given to them that are not obvious at the beginning. And unless you experience the grind where you've been rejected 1,000 times, where you just are coming up from nothing, and you go through all of those experiences, it doesn't really resonate with me anymore. I know that they're playing in a different playground, right? Unless you go through the experiences where you try to contact people, they never respond 1,000 times over, or you try to do something and you just continuously keep getting rejected. We're just not even in the same ballpark. We're not even doing the same thing. It's not the same work. We're not even in the same field. And I want to stress that quite a bit. I want people to understand we're playing in different playgrounds. And unless you've gone through that, unless that's your experience where you just struggle with something repeatedly, I'm not going to pay attention to it because that's not part of how things actually happen to me. And so I see these sort of stories about, particularly in the academic game, I see this a lot where there's kind of like advice where you just simply have to do these things and it's all going to work out for you. That does not happen in my life. And it doesn't resonate with who I am. And so I have learned many years ago, I'm like, wait a minute, we're not playing in the same arenas here. You don't have the same experiences as me. So why am I actually listening to this? And I actually cashed out on a lot of that stuff for a long, long time ago because it just didn't resonate with me. We weren't playing the same game. And it just did not make any sense to me. Right. So I want you to sort of think about this, the opportunities that are given to you, and it's really subtle, right? Like if you went to a better school, for example, people will give you different opportunities. They'll give you the benefit of the doubt. If you were raised by a family that maybe had educators or were lawyers or, people that you would consider somewhat high status in society, you are given resources that just simply many of us that have not had those things just don't have, right? We just will not ever have those particular things. The simple fact. So I think about this, right? So imagine if, uh, you know, I I mean, I love my family. I'm not saying anything. I'm just recognizing the simple fact of this, right? So, if you come from a family of physicians, for example, you have role models. You have people that have gone through and did education, and they will probably cheer you on. They will probably understand what is going on for you, and will cheer you on and say, "Hey, you know what? Just keep going. You're doing okay." But for most of us, almost all of us, that's not the story, right? Like, I think it's in a rare scenario, you do have those circumstances, but for almost all of us, it is just this grind. And we have to deal with that. The other thing is like, hey, if you come from a high fluting school and you reach out to somebody, almost always people respond. Now, I'm not discounting the school that I'm at. It's a great institution, and I know I get more benefit of the doubt from somebody else. But if you're coming from a super high fluting school, man, people pay attention to that. And there's these just subtle things that happen that we know exist in the marketplace. Simply the fact, and I have advantages over other people, right? So, for example, I'm male, I'm Caucasian, and so for some reason that matters in this world to some people, right? So, these kind of things, if you're not part of the struggle, if you don't experience it, if you're vernacular, if your day to day is not like, man, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't deal with this. This is every day I get up and I feel like I'm going to be rejected. If that's not part of your experience, then I simply just disconnect, right? Like it doesn't resonate with who I am as an individual. And I want you to know that, you know, the vast majority of the stuff I talk about is probably not going to resonate with a large number of people because things have come easy to them. And yes, um, I'm not saying that what they go through is easy, right? I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that they don't have the same experiences where you get rejection after rejection after rejection. And you know, if that's happening, or maybe they are getting that, but because of the network position that they're in, whether it's from their family or work, it allows them to quickly respond, um, very, very quickly respond, like in the matter of a week or two or whatever, right? Like bounce back and get back at her again, then hey, that's wonderful for them, but that's not my experience, right? Like a rejection is happens far too often. And whenever I experience it, it takes me months and months and months to come back from that, right? Like it's not an easy thing. So unless you're going through all of those experiences and it resonates with the majority of your time that you're just kind of in failure land, like I am moping around, um, this is just not my experience. And that's not who I'm talking to. I want you to know that, you know, when I talk to you, it's about the journey of navigating this. It's about the journey of I'm coming up from nothing. And I'm proud of that nothing, like super proud of it. My parents did an amazing job. But at the same time, we're starting in different positions. We are in different arenas. And we're just not talking the same language. We're not even the same vicinity of each other, and we just have to simply recognize that. I recognize that other people don't recognize it because you know things kind of, if the language seems like, oh, you just have to do this, this, and this, and there's like nothing to it, right? Like I'm like, oh, come on, like really, is this your life? Um, you know, or I hear these sort of academics talking about things, and even like pop culture and stuff. Oh, you just have meetings with this, or just do this, and it's so simple, right? Um, yeah, I don't know about your life, but that's not my life. And so my message here is to live your life, be happy with who you are, and know that your life is far different than everybody else's, and that's okay. Your experiences are legitimate, and it's okay to discount all of this other stuff that goes on because it just simply just does not resonate with who you are. All right, take care and have a wonderful day.